Hey, I'm Saif, and you know what? Learning a new skill can be really scary, and that fear often holds me back. But in December of 2022, I thought, just give the thing a go I wanted to learn since I was a little child: drawing. So I grabbed my dusty old iPad of the 7th gen and ordered an Apple Pencil of the first generation and downloaded Procreate. This thing turned out super intuitive, and after some time I got my first character. Now it's almost 1.5 years later, and I thought it was time to redesign or redraw this character and see if I made any good progress. Especially when I compare the workflow from now and then. So let's dive into the art. Let's start with looking at research and references and the following sketching. If you look at my old character, I just picked one reference for practice, and you can see that at least I didn't trace the whole thing in the first beginning, but my lines were basically just curves everywhere. The line quality was so bad, and even painting over it didn't even help back then. And then when we come to the face, I just traced it because I just didn't know how to do this. Now we come to the version of this year. First I tried to do something from my imagination, but I failed at first, so I tried to search for interesting poses and try to copy them in like 2 minutes or so, not too detailed. And you can already tell that I have right now at least basic knowledge of anatomy. Perspective is still kind of lacking, but yeah, it was kind of a fun process and a really fast process in direct comparison to get all the poses for the redesign. I was thinking these could be suitable for this new character, and then I got over to a face, and then I tried a pose from imagination again, and I think especially the hand with the flamey kind of thing is not that bad. So I think I'm getting quite a little bit better with that. Then I decided for one pose, and instead of tracing over the sketch, I just worked on the same layer because that feels way more natural and better to me. And for the hand, I just used my own as a reference. And then we tackle a super big difference from my first drawing, that I first include composition and I try to arrange some elements and shapes in the picture. Just raw ideas. And here comes the face also, which is in half profile and from light down under perspective. So back then I wasn't capable of doing this. And if you look at the lines, you can also tell that I'm now aware of thicker lines are in the foreground and thinner lines are in the background. Moving on to the colors. At least I picked not too many colors in my first drawing. And besides doing flat colors, I tried to do shading. You can see it on the skin, like these dark areas, but I didn't know how to approach it. I just did it. And I thought there could be some cool contrast in the details, like this golden jewelry on her ear, or the belt, or the red lips. Moving on to my new drawing, I didn't pick a color palette at first. I just thought I will reuse some of the first picture and start with the very background, and will just with less saturation indicate that there's a whole big city out there. It's nighttime, and then I fleshed out her base colors and her hair. And I also added like small details like the highlights on the lips. But I still wanted to keep close to my first design, so this is still some sporty looking approach and outfit, and also the golden jewelry and the red lips. Then I added another background layer, which is a little bit more darker, and I also added some lights. After adding more details, I made it a little bit more blurry, so it's more in the background and not too contrasty, and has not too much contrast. And I also added this kind of suspension railway. Yeah, on the character I did some highlights on the hair. I highlighted some details on the face, like the cheeks or the nose, and I also added a little noise pattern to the clothing. So that's at least a little bit more interesting than the raw flat colors from the first version. Let's come to the details. In the first try of this character almost 2 years ago, I thought it could be cool if there's a little cigarette that emits some smoke, and I just experimented with some basic Procreate brushes. Of course, there is no light and shadow implemented or reflecting on the skin or cloth or anything like that. So in my new VanX version, I thought it could be cool to make hair look like a being that has some magical power, like blood magic or so. And I also thought it could be a cool effect, like draining blood from a fallen enemy and yeah, creating some magic out of it. But still, it looks cool, but it's lacking light and shadow. To find a conclusion, at the first look, it doesn't seem so different from back and then in the whole quality perspective, but I do way more enjoy the process of creating and come up way more easily with some own ideas. I'm just so lazy to make it super clean, or that's not my style. I don't know, but I have fun doing that, and I will continue, and hopefully I will show you in the future way more better artwork. So thanks for watching, and leave a like and a follow if you like, and see you soon. Bye bye.